Hey, my name's Janelle York, and I'm on location for the short film Disconnect here in Burnsville, North Carolina. What initially drew me to this story was just the story was real, and I felt connected to it. I personally have gone through something pretty similar, but I really hope that people take away from this film the fact that it's a relatable story and that they're not on their own, that there are lots of people going through this and everyone deals with it in their own way. And I think that this family is just dealing with it the best way that they can.
What I learned from my character in Disconnect is that not all kids are oblivious to things, and that, like, even though it may seem like it, kids do notice when things are wrong. What I think that people will get from that is most parents, if they're going through something, the kids know about it, but they just don't know how to help.
I think as an actor, one of the biggest, emotional wells that I have to draw from is being a mom. Like, what drew me to Emma as a character, that's my life, being a wife and a mom. And so to be able to, my greatest joys and my deepest sorrows have been from those relationships.
Yeah.
So to be able to draw from that is actually really satisfying. I mean, I think for me personally, family is everything. So to just have your person, your go-to.
One of the things that I really, really dug about this project is the dialogue. Like our dialogue in the car. I mean, that's how I talk, I mean, like, that's how I talk to the ones that I love. The whole part of the whole big, arc of the story is the fact that if you can get to talking, and communication being key, if you can get to talking, you can find reconciliation.
Family is where it's at, whether they're blood related or friends or people that you can count on. I think that we need to examine really how we treat each other on a day-to-day basis, right? Because sometimes the ones you love are the ones that you treat the worst.
It's the ones that you feel like you have gravitas with, that you can just get away with it, and you just kind of have that leeway. It's like, they'll still be there,
right?
I think that the idea about not knowing how to reach out, as far as my character was concerned, as Jason was concerned, not knowing how to reach out and just going through the motions of breathing is the only thing that's automatic, right? It's only, everything else is a mystery of whether it's going to be the right or the wrong choice. So it becomes this situation where he needs help, and the only person that's throwing him a lifeline is his stepdaughter.
People feel very isolated in their depression and their grief, and they feel like nobody is experiencing what I'm experiencing. Nobody understands me. Nobody has ever gone through what I'm going through, and that's just not true. That we all experience varying degrees of grief and depression and anxiety, and just because someone doesn't experience it the exact same way you do doesn't mean that it's any less valid.
And that experience, that emotion, is the same. It's not one for one, right? Yours doesn't necessarily discount mine.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it could also apply to just having to go through something really difficult.
Yeah.
And I really hope that when people watch this, they come to the realization that sometimes when we go through hard times, we push away the people that can actually help us the most.
Absolutely. And you're trying to reach somebody that is in a state of depression and they're have pushed people away. You're doing is, these little things, acts of service to show love and let them know that they're cared for. The idea is that you're there for them whenever they reach out. And I think that's very important, because so often when you get that cold shoulder or you get that face palm, you tend to want to just go, okay, well, call me when you're ready.
Fine.
As opposed to saying, hey, I'm still here. I'm not walking away, and I'm going to be here when the time comes that you're ready to talk.
Just in the human experience, all of us deal with heartache. All of us deal with difficult times. It's not something that any of us can escape. And so I would hope that people are just able to draw some strength from that You may have some hard times in your life, but it is possible to push through.
Anything else that you'd like to share about this experience or this story that you really hope that people can take away from it?
Work with Trey Riley.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the bomb.
I mean, seriously, like, just the full experience of cast, crew, everybody. It was just like, I'm not going to say it's relatively rare. I'm just saying that it is always special when it is so connected. When everyone is so connected, and it seems like everyone's having a good time telling a story. And even as emotional as this role has been to play, I said it on one of the shoot days, it's really hard to act so sad when I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I don't know. You actually just, you know this because I've already told you, but you've been a great example of just being fully passionate and fully invested in something. So it's inspirational. Am I going to make you cry?
The camera's shaking.
Why is there water on the lens?
Thank you, guys. Let's get to day 4 and wrap this thing.
Thank you, Trey.